Well guys, it's been 14 months since I've been using the Ocoopa hand warmer and battery charger. I've got some things to say. After a year of using this battery bank, battery charger, and hand warmer, I've got to say a few things first. Now, like I said on my previous impression video, when I first had the notion of checking into electronic hand warmers, I was kind of weary at first because I thought the technology just wasn't there, and maybe it was going to be like a gimmick, or maybe it was going to have too much of a safety issue with batteries like overheating. We've all heard that in smartphones of the past and things like that. So I thought they would never be able to overcome that. Then I said, you know what, I'm going to take a chance, because last year, before the fall season and winter seasons were coming up, I wanted to get something that would keep me warm instead of using my disposable hot hands and those type of products. Since I purchased it, I used it through the fall and winter seasons of last year. I even used it on one of my really frigid cold camping trips or backpacking trips, and it did very well. I've used it for several other cold camps. I've used it for sitting around the fire with my wife at home. I've had her test it out when she needed it. I've usually been taking this to my job and work and using it as a portable battery charger for whenever I needed to use it, or whenever my phone was getting low. I've used it on and off intermittently throughout the warmer seasons because I didn't need a hand warmer, but I've used it mostly for a battery charger for most of that time. But I did get quite a bit of use in the cold weather with this, and even in some frigid temperatures with this. I might put up some stats in this video. If I do, they're probably going to be right here for right now. This is just my final review of this product, just because I was able to put so much time behind it and so much use with it. I know some of the impressions that all of us do out here on YouTube and reviews, sometimes technology catches up, and even if we get time to do a review later, the product has changed and that other product has been discontinued. I'm personally going to start trying to do my impressions or final reviews after I've had like 3 months of use with them. I think that'll be a little bit more efficient before that product becomes obsolete. This product is they're still selling to this day. It's still doing very well on the website and on Amazon's website, where I purchased it from. So all my other stats in the first impression video are on there, and of course I just put up some. Now I'm going to show you this. What I did some more formal testing of this after 14 months of use. I did these tests like 2 days ago. Check this out. Setting 1 started. Let's see what she's temping out at. So that was 113 you saw. 116. 117, 118, 119. So on the first setting, she's still getting at up to 119 degrees. Now that we have setting 2, she's at 129. 130. So on setting 2, she's still getting up to 130 degrees, and it looks like she's floating around 120 degrees. Let's do setting 3. Now we have it at setting 3. And she just hit 137. 138. 139. So on setting 3, she's peaking at 139. Almost 140. 140 she hit it. So it seems like after a year of use, using it as not only a hand warmer, but a battery bank as well, it seems like the temperatures have improved, which I'm shocked. I tested it from time to time in the summer, not knowing what the temperatures were because I wasn't using the gauge at the time. I was going by my hand. And it seems like it's gotten more efficient in the heating department, and it still works great as a battery bank. Another thing I want to point out that I didn't in my impression video was that once you plug your phone into it and use it as a charger, the LEDs will come on. I want to show that to you real quick. Okay, the LEDs came on. Shows you how much battery power you have, and that's great. And it does a great job at charging. On all my phones, it does fast charging. But one thing I want to show you guys is when you take this and unplug it. Okay, so let's say we charged, we're done, we unplug it. After you take the charger out, I'm not sure what's going on inside of it, but you won't be able to use it for 30 seconds. I don't know if it's switching from something inside, but you have to wait till those LEDs go out before you can use it again. I'm sure it's some kind of safety feature, but right now, if I plug that back in, nothing's going to work. It will not charge and it will not heat right now. It just takes 30 seconds. I'm hoping I can talk that long, but in 30 seconds this will pop off. There you go. Now it's off, and I can plug this back in, and now it can be used as a hand warmer or a charger again. But you have to wait for those lights to go off. I'm not sure, but it doesn't bother functionality at all. It still works great. Now, like I was saying, by feel, I've known this thing has been working great for the entire time I've had it. You know, I put it on, mostly I use this on 1. It gets pretty darn hot at 1. And if I put it on 3, I usually use the accompanied little pouch they bring with it. It's kind of like a sleeve that a lot of water bottles, electronic water heating pads and stuff like that have, but it's got that felt, and it actually buffers a little bit from being blazingly hot in your hands if you have it on 3. On 1, I'm usually comfortable, and I've actually had this sitting on my lap while watching television when it gets cooler. Now, after what you just saw, what else can I say? This thing is really working well, and in fact, after this time of using it, I did notice that it wasn't diminishing in heat, and I did notice that its test hours were still doing fine. This thing, every time I've used it in the cold and I've camped, I've left it on low all night, and by the morning, mine was still working. I did try it on one camp in cold, and I put it on high. I did get a little warmer. It didn't make it a sauna in the tent or in my sleeping bag, but it did get warmer. And it did cut off probably after about 5 or 6 hours. I'm guesstimating on that. I didn't have the time to put an actual timer on this, but it does last as long as they stated. And the temperatures, as you've just saw, they've actually improved. I don't know if the battery's getting more efficient or it's just a darn good product or a darn good battery that Ocoopa has in here. It can charge 2 electronic devices at fast speeds. It does it on my phone every time I've plugged it in, no matter what type of cable I'm using. You know, sometimes you have to have those fast charge cables. Every cable I've had and used with this, it's always fast charged my phone. Now, that being said, does it have any cons? A little. I showed in the video. What I don't understand, and maybe it's something in the technology of it switching from a battery charger or to a hand warmer, that once you have this and plug something to charge in it, okay, your LEDs will pop up, whatever the charge is on it. When you unplug it, this thing is basically unusable as a hand warmer for at least 30 seconds. You have to wait till the LEDs shut off. For that 30 seconds, it's unusable. You can't push anything, you can't do any more charging. It has to actually almost like restart. So there you go, guys. That is my complete review of the Ocoopa 10,000 milliamp hand warmer and battery bank. It does what it says. It's an excellent product. Ocoopa has done an amazing job at putting something out that they should be proud to stand behind. I highly recommend it to anyone out there looking for a portable hand warming or warming solution. This will do very, very well. I actually have a tip video coming up soon on how to keep things warm, and it includes this and some hand warmers. Keep an eye out for that. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Every one of those helps this channel and helps me keep giving back and doing what I do. Thank you. I'll talk to you guys again real soon. You know it. I'm out.